talk about some of the metadata fields that come back every time Splunk ingests a log. You'll send your logs into Splunk, it'll parse those logs line by line, and it will add metadata fields. The metadata field we're going to talk about today is the underscore time field. And we can see that field when we just go look at our L.A.M.E training index. We're going to grab the first 100 records, and yeah, we'll run that. And we can see here are the raw logs. If we show it as raw text, here's what Splunk received, and it was able to parse them out. And we can see that there's the timestamp of the log when it was created, and then Splunk makes an underscore time field that is a reflection of this TS field. That's because the source type, all of the configuration settings in that source type said to look for the TS field to be the time. And because of that, it now makes underscore time equal to this field. Now, if you don't have a timestamp in there that it can recognize, or maybe the log itself does not contain a timestamp, Splunk will still add an underscore time field, but that underscore time field will be the value of when the log was ingested. So there'll be a slight difference between the time when the log was created and when the log was ingested. So just be aware of that is something that can occur. And then we can manipulate this time field very easily. We can do a sort. If we notice, by default, Splunk will sort time by the latest event, the most recent event, to the oldest event. So when I grab these 100 events, it grabbed the most recent event to the 100th most recent event. And I'm going to reverse that by putting a sort time. And this will flip it, and that'll give me, based off the events, it'll give me the oldest time and sort it to the latest time. And so you can manipulate this field. Another really easy feature is I'm going to do something like this, where I go sometime equals now. What that's going to do is it's going to make me a field called sometime, and it's going to be equal to epoch time. Epoch time is the number of seconds since 1970. And, well, I don't know about you, but I don't read epoch time very well. So let's just look at this. I'm going to write this table called sometime, and it's going to write epoch time for now, which is the number of seconds when this field ran. Now is it's like get date, get the time, whatever it is, and it turns it into epoch time. Now, there are commands that can take epoch time and turn them into human readable, and people will spend a lot of time writing the command's called strift time. You can do that, but if you only have one time field, I highly recommend, if you don't need your underscore time field, time has more than it has some really cool features built into it. It's actually basically a function, and if I go eval time equals sometime, now I write a table that is underscore time and sometime. I have used this eval time to say, hey, I don't care what the time was up here, whatever sometime is, now is going to be written as underscore time. I now will display underscore time and that epoch time sometime. When I display it, this has turned it all nice and human readable. You can go ahead and do strift time and turn the command into something nice and legible. But if you want something really easy and human readable and you only have one time you're displaying to the user, just assign that time to the underscore time field. It won't work with anything else, but the underscore time will convert epoch time into nice human readable. And so that is basically all you need to know about time for now. Please subscribe to the channel, and please click down below for other interesting links or any of the apps that we were using for this tutorial. And we hope to hear from you. See you later.